Hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel. It's been a hot minute since I've done a video like this. That always seems to be the case with me, but I'm like, I have the urge to do it now. So I'm gonna see how many videos I can get out until the urge is completely gone and you'll never see me again in like 6 months, okay? So, yeah, this is a Kickstarter that I backed, I don't know when, last year or something, and I've had this for quite a while, and and I've just been sitting on it, not sitting on it necessarily, but I have been going through it and kind of reading through the book a little bit and really enjoying what she did with this deck, with these decks. These two decks are from a creator called Ivy Lee. Ivy Lee, I don't know. Hello, Ivy Lee. Lennox Reese. That's her. She has a very good eye for imagery. I don't know how to do this. She has a good eye for aesthetics. I like so far what I've seen. That being said, when I first saw, I believe this was on Kickstarter, and I swear I've seen it because I always browse Kickstarter and I'm always like unimpressed. And when I first saw this deck, I was, again, not really amused or impressed with it. There might have been like a few images, but at the end of the day, I was just like, I don't know. Then I saw this come out on Kickstarter, and I was like, I want to back this. Seeing what she has planned for it and all that, I'm really looking forward to what she's going to do. I don't know when the next one is going to be, but I mean, yeah. But anyways, we're going to talk about this one in the next video. For right now, we're going to be talking about her, the Peculiar Pathways Tarot. This is a really, it's a cute, but also quirky, but also clever. Cute, quirky, and clever. Cute, quirky, and clever. 30, flirty, and thriving. 30, flirty, and thriving. So, it came with, of course, this here, a little business card type deal. And then, this is also another one, but this has a QR code on the back. I'm not going to really show it, because it is the guidebook in the digital format. So I don't want, the imagery or whatever to get stolen or whatever from my video or whatever. I don't know how it works. But it came with the guidebook. I think I had the add-on as like the guidebook with it. I haven't read through the guidebook entirely, I will admit. Once you read one tarot book, you kind of read them all. I need to read more in depth to it to see if she ever wrote certain explanations for her choices in what she did with the art. But so far, not a bad guidebook. If it's, deck and book first time thing, I think these would be really good. The only issue that I would have for a beginner guidebook that it's lacking is, let me see, let me double check because I'm pretty sure I did not, no spreads, no spreads, throughout. Which I think, I don't know, I'm of two minds of it because it's like, on one hand, we have people just doing a rectangle being like 1 card spread, a 3 card spread, and then a Celtic cross, and it's like, sure, but I'm like, you can only see that so many times, and it's like, but for a beginner, and it depends on how beginner-ish you are, but anyways, so far, what I did read so far from this book are the symbol parts here that I was like, okay, like, but not for all of it, not entirely. I just read the parts that I was like, why did she choose this for this? Why is that there? Why is this here? You'll see when we get to it. And so it did come with 5 extra nope, 4, right? I could have sworn it was 5. Nope, 4. And these, she said, you can use them however you want. I don't know why. Don't ask me why, I don't know. I was honestly thinking like maybe there were misprints and some of the cards came out misprinted or missing cards, and so these were like the 2 common the 4 common cards that were like damaged or missing in decks. Maybe I was not there. I was not privy to like the creation. I don't know if these are just extra cards. I don't know, because I looked at my deck and they're the same. This is what the backs look like. Gorgeous, right? Right? Tell me that's a beautiful back. You don't see backs like that these days. If my camera will focus. Yeah, my camera's not on autofocus. Evil. Evil. I am so sorry I put you guys through that for the entire first part of the video. But yeah, like this is what the art, the overall art is gonna look like. A black and white icon from a I don't know. I want to say like an etching or some illustration. I don't know where she got her sources, but then you're gonna see a background very akin to the art that we see in like the Majestic Earth, and then we also see bugs and flowers and crystals like kind of bordering the card, and so it really makes a cool design. And she is intentional with the symbols here. On like the flowers and like here, the 5 of Cups, she has like these ducks and these flowers as well, and sometimes she'll put in crystals and stuff, which she says means stuff which line up to the meanings. I haven't seen anything that's like too out of the ordinary, and so she also sent like 2 little thank you cards. And yeah, I really like the feel of this one. Very that rose petal finish here. And then this one's like linen one. These are beautiful little art prints that she did. So yeah, let's get into it. Let's talk about the box now. So the box, magnetic closure. I did drop it. Don't come at me. I dropped her. She survived almost unscathed, almost. I think this might have been from the drop as well. But still pretty. I like how it opens. I kind of expected a little more from the box, in the sense that like I think I just wanted a guidebook. I don't know how to explain it, but yeah. Oh right, and I also, let me just say this: you're gonna see this image. If you think this image is cool, which I thought it was cool, I was like, I think this is so cool for some reason, but it's not in the deck. It's not in the deck. Don't expect to find it in the deck. So yeah, so there we go. Let's get into the imagery here. Let me zoom in a bit more. I think we're gonna leave it at that. We're gonna call it a day there. Yeah, yeah. Okay. It's been a minute. Leave me alone. So here we have the Fool. There's no people. I think that's kind of the idea of what she wanted to go with this. But you get the sense that the archetype is still there. The archetype is still being expressed. The one thing I'm not a huge fan of sometimes, and it seems just a bit like almost like MS Paint graphic design is my passion, almost, are these little glowing details here. In the moon, in the High Priestess of the Moon, it's not too bad, but I think in the star it looks really bad. I really love this Empress, the stars, the deer, the stone on the side, how she changed it from this heart shield to just a stone tablet, which this leaning stone, like it alters the meaning, but also like gives it more practicality almost. I don't know how to describe it, but I like it. Little hero Ares ram with the cape. I like the Hierophant. I'm imagining like the book slamming on the hand or something. Like she, that's very clever. I don't know how many people have done walkthroughs of this. I'm pretty sure there's plenty. I'm pretty behind on this. I don't know when this deck came out. I'm pretty sure it came out like, let me see here. Oh, first edition 2024. Huh. Really? No way. Give me a second. I gotta look this up. She could have said nothing. And I wouldn't have known a thing. I wouldn't have known a thing. So I looked up on the Kickstarter, which I should have done before even recording this. But here we are. This is me. I am who I am, and I'm not going to apologize for the filming process and the creative process that I do for my work. You're here for that, okay? I'm just kidding. So apparently there is some staining. Wherever there is, if you guys can see it, apparently there's some red staining, like along the dog and the dog's side and the mountain on the left. I do not seem to catch it. It may have been a thing that's not on all the cards across all the decks. But the Fool is fine. And I was just going to let my cousin have the extra cards for collage work that she does. But yeah, here I can see it. But honestly, like, low-key, imagine if she did like a distressed, like, aged look, like kind of gave it a little like tea stain type of deal going on in the black and white, like, and even on the title screen. I don't know, like that could be something. But I will switch this out because this one is stained. I can see the stain on that one, or the stain. It's like a bleeding sort of the yellow on the table right here. But I'm like, if I can't notice it until she pointed it out, then I was like, okay. So, yeah, we're going to see on the 4 and 6 of Cups. But anyway, so this deck came out last year, actually. Quite a quick turnaround. And if it just came out last year in July, and now we have a second deck from her, and she has like 4 more lined up with a possible 5th coming in along the way. We'll talk more about it in the Folkloric Forest deck. But anyways, sorry for the coughing. I've had allergies have been wrecking my sinuses and have not given me a break. So yeah, this is what I'm talking about. These little sparkles here, I'm not a big fan of. I think if she removed the sparkles, I would love to see what it would look like without the stars. That's just me. Or to line up with the meaning a little bit more, and like what the Rider-Waite-Smith kind of implies with the curtains, because she did include the curtains for that very reason, which I think. I would have put the stars in the curtains, because that's what they represent. They're the firmament, they're the starry skies. That's what it is. So yeah. Anyways, carrying on. So yeah, we're gonna see quite a few animals, but not a lot of people. The only human figures we see are gonna be like faces, maybe statues. Eyes are like I think that's the most you're gonna see. This is a really cool Hanged Man, just visually, the ring, and I was like, what is it? It's a oh my gosh, it's a lifesaver. It's a lifesaver, a Laffy Xavier. So yeah, and then we have death here. So yeah, I'm like, I just want to show what's going on. Like here, I was like, how is she gonna do temperance? And so we have here the little angel in this fountain, if my camera will focus. So there's a lot of details in this, especially within like the black and white. I like that there's like a similarity between the devil and the emperor. But maybe it's because I'm a Capricorn moon and a Aries, Mars and Sun and Saturn. Anyways, here we have the tower. I would like a little bit more destruction, you know? And then here's the star with the vessel. And then the moon. It's an okay moon. It's an okay moon. I like it. I like the sun with this cracked, hatched egg. It seems like maybe the sun emerged from the egg. You know, like a yolk. Yeah, then we have Judgment with the empty gravestones here. With the trumpet here is a little... I'm like, what are we doing here? What are we doing? The trumpet needs to be sounded. Or maybe this is the scene after the trumpet's been sound and been put back, and everybody's left their graves. I don't know. But if you notice, like, all the backgrounds are all different. And except, well, the world's a little bit boring, I'm gonna say, because it's like the sky is just the sky. Like, I get it, but like, I kind of wanted something like this, you know? I like the scenery. A little chameleon. Now, this is an interesting one because the tree cuts into the ship, and usually the pattern, this one sticks out because the pattern so far of the cards has been like nothing obstructs the white here, the black and white drawings. This is the first one where she inserts the black and white object into the actual scenery. A choice, and I don't know how I feel about it. I kind of wish the ship was just kind of there, almost like a Lenormand card, which the deck kind of, the imagery and the items kind of do give that, you know, a lighter, you know, oh my gosh, I wanted to call it a pagoda, but no. A gazebo. My brain has been not as sharp as it used to be. I loved this Six of Wands because I was like, there's like lunar symbolism in such a solar card where it's like the ego and the self kind of really likes to shine in this Six of Wands, but the crayfish and the coming out of the cup of the trophy is very, to me, reminds me of the moon card and like the deep subconscious things that need to also come up to the surface. There's something to it. Now, this Seven of Wands, I kind of want it to be a Seven of Swords. And that's just me. I feel like it's, when you see the Seven of Swords, I think that should have been the Seven of Wands. But you'll see. You'll see what I mean. I'll hold it up here for now. Here we have the Eight of Wands. I like more speed to my Eight of Wands with Sagittarius and the Archer and Mercury and speed, and you see a lot of movement. And there is mobility and movement here, but a hot air balloon with wind, unless that wind is going really fast, which the wind does not look very fast in this scene, in this depiction here. This hot air balloon is going for a slow stroll, so I would read this as probably something as a much more slower thing, but or something maybe out of reach, perhaps, because it's so high up, you know, a hot air balloon, like, and how's it gonna get back down? You know, anyways. This is a very, there are choices in this deck that just, that really are like, you know what, I see it. It makes me say, like, you know what, I see it. I don't agree with it. No. I don't not agree with it. It's just, I've never seen anyone consider depicting these cards in this way with what she had. She really does her best not shoehorning imagery into her cards. She does a really good job of that. I love that all the pages, except for the Page of Swords, has like a hat or a cap, and it kind of lines up with the Rider-Waite-Smith because they all have hats. Or they're all going to be different. It reminds me, it kind of looks like if Victoria Regina, right? I believe that's the name of the tarot deck. The Victoria Regina Tarot with Majestic Earth had a baby, and it's there. It also reminds me of the Red Wheel Wiser alchemical tarot. This huge collage alchemical tarot. I still have it, but I don't want to get it. I have it, but I don't want to get up from the shelf and leave the filming here. So yeah, then we have the Ace of Cups. Beautiful ace, beautiful gowns. I love this Two of Cups, where instead of cups, we have these two chairs. And we also see the two opposites here, the tortoise and the hare. Like, I kind of like it. The speed and the slow and steady, where it's kind of like, they kind of work together here. Consistent and determination, but with speed and efficiency. If you could combine the two, you know, you got to work together. You got to work the two together. You can't just go slowly. Like it kind of makes you want to speed up, but you gotta also learn to slow down. It's the both. You gotta hold the two together. I like this Three of Cups. The divas, the geese divas celebrating. This is a very cool Four of Cups, where every time I see a shell these days, I'm thinking of the birth of Venus. And when you see the Four of Cups, you know what? It reminds me of the Mary L. and the Rider-Waite-Smith are kind of combining here in a way, where you see the Rider-Waite-Smith direct imagery of kind of ignoring or not really feeling enthusiastic, even a bit apathetic to what is being offered to you. This beautiful shell. Like, if I saw this at the beach, I'd be like, whoa, where is this? You know, like, what is this? Like, this is a cool shell. And you see that with the Four of Cups in the Marielle, where this shell is on the beach and is being given to you, and it's this gift. But it's sort of like miraculous in the sense that it survived. This large, delicate shell didn't crash against the rocks or whatever and get lost or chipped and broken. Anyways, okay, so this is one of the cards that's apparently misprinted, but I, for the life of me, cannot see them. I cannot see. Okay, maybe I can. She said it's along the chain here. I wonder if it'll show up on camera. No. I can't see it. I mean, honestly, now that I did that, I have no idea which is which. I think this is the replacement card. I guess. I don't know. And this was another one that apparently is damaged or misprinted. Yeah, you can see it on here. The yellow is much more prominent on the leaf here and versus here. But I think it's fine. Honestly, she should do an edit of like a distressed version of these. I love the Seven of Cups where it's this chest. It reminds me of a mimic, you know, because chest, if you know what a mimic is, like it's a chest. If you don't know what it is, it's a chest that's actually a monster and it has like teeth and a mouth and it'll eat you. I recommend watching Free Ren, and you can see what that anime shows, how she always falls for a mimic in the anime. I really like this Eight of Cups. It's so... This is like what really sold me, I think, on the deck as a whole. This and also like the book cover, I think, the imagery here, I was like, she's doing something. Wait, she's doing something here. I don't know who told her to do this, but yeah, I love this Ten of Cups, a very different Ten of Cups, but I will say her folkloric forest kind of falls into the trap of Ten of Cups, Ten of Discs, or Ten of Pentacles looking the same. But yeah, anyways, here's the Page of Cups and the Knight. And all the knights are winged horses, or Pegasi. Queen of Cups. I think the King of Cups. Yeah, the King of Cups is this like sea monster. I love him. I like his crown too. I like how all the crowns look different. There are decks that I will look at and see, and they will just do sameness, and it's such a letdown. And I like this, and this would really, with like the Ten of Cups, would really be interesting to read with. There's a lot of, I don't know if there's other key cards in this deck, but I do like how it's in this glass bottle, and it's like you gotta break the bottle or break the seal to unlock the key or something, and the ribbons there. It's she does a great job of expressing that Two of Swords without showing people and without showing the actual number of pips in the card. But that does mean that she does have to add a title here, which I honestly do not mind the design of these, like the titles and how it is. I love this Four of Swords as well, with this statue that has vines growing out of it, and it honestly almost looks like the leaf is the statue's head. And then the cracked egg. There's a lot of symbolic rhyming throughout this deck, or a lot of opportunities for symbolic rhyming, like the eggs and the keys, the raccoons. I love a raccoon. And then the safe too. Which probably would have been like a four of discs type of card. So yeah, here we have the Six of Swords. This is a bit more like the animal is doing things and using tools and all that, which kind of is a little bit, doesn't really match up with so far with the rest of it. But I mean, we do have animals, like we have them here, but they're like I don't know, it looks different. They're holding it with their beaks. Versus here, he's kind of like holding it with his foot. I don't know. It doesn't seem naturally bird-like to something to do. But anyways, here's the Seven of Swords, and then here's the Seven of Wands. Tell me I'm not wrong. Tell me they could be switched. Tell me they could be switched. You know, like, oh, this is the Seven of Wands. Oh, this is the Seven of Swords. Am I wrong? Are you going to tell me I'm wrong? But you know what? I will respect the artist's wishes. Here we have the Eight of Swords, the cocoon, metamorphosizing, the Nine of Swords, the bed, the stress. I think I like the clock over it. I think time and things to do at the end of the day or before or for the next day that we have to look forward to. Time is a big stressor for a lot of people these days that keeps people up, I feel. You know, not having enough time, feeling like time is running out. And it's like, there's going to be tomorrow. There's always going to be tomorrow. Here we have the Ten of Swords with this like rib cage in a pot with wings. There's a lot. This is really good. It's not as graphic or gratuitous in its depictions, but it also shows the focus of what the Ten of Swords is, especially with the candle at the top. It just to me it makes sense. Here we have the Page of Swords. No hat. It's the tree holding the sword. I think it would have been interesting to just have the sword laying against the tree. I would have loved to see the different iterations of these cards and how they changed over the year. Maybe if I looked up at the Kickstarter, I'll see. But I would have loved to see like the process of picking the right cards and finding that and finding the right imagery. You know, again, these moons. I'm not a fan of these glowing parts here. They kind of take me out of it because I think it's because we have the black and white imagery, the painting in the back, these little border details, decor details here. And then we have these, and then we have these. It's like it's a bit too much. It's sort of like, you know, before you leave the house, take off one thing. You know, look in the mirror and take off one thing before you leave the house. You know, get your whole fit on, and then before you leave the house, take off one thing. You know, that's kind of like the rules here. This Two of Coins is really cool with the gear and the dice and the jar and the barrel. It's great. I love that because the barrel's gonna fall, and when it falls, the jar is gonna break and the dice are gonna roll. It really is like the universal will and fate almost kind of randomizing what it's gonna throw at you. You don't know what numbers are gonna pull up on the dice when this barrel tips over and the jar breaks, if the jar even breaks, you know. Anyways, here we have the Three of Coins. I almost thought it was a crib, but it's not. It's a table or something. And she says this is one of the interesting ones. This is an interesting card because it's taking place. It's one of the few cards that take place underground, indoors. She does not. I think they're all, other than this card, I think they're all outdoors. I don't want to show you, just do another flip through, but so far I do not see any cards that are showing any indoor activity. We see houses, like in the tower, and we see castles in the background, but we never are indoors throughout the rest of it. Like, so far I have yet to see any of them. I'm like quickly flipping through. Oh, no, never mind. Four of Swords. We're kind of in a church. Never mind. Never mind. Scratch that. Scratch that. Okay, so it's another one. Which, again, something to take note of. Something to read up on. Okay, yeah, the Nine of Swords, I forgot. I thought it was like, I don't know. I kind of thought it was like the devil or the emperor kind of looking scene. But yeah, now that I'm looking at this Ace of Discs, too, I'm like, I want to see the full imagery that she got behind this disc that's behind here. I'm looking at this garden that she has, and it's like, with the path there, that's just, I need to see I need to see the full thing. I need to see the completed thing. I love this Four of Coins, though, where I was talking about, the other ones, but this is like the microscope and the crown in the in this pillar altar thing, and this microscope of hyper focusing and maybe even getting a bit of tunnel vision. I love it. The Five of Coins, I was like, okay, maybe we can... I think this one might have needed to be taken back to the drawing board. I would like to see something else done with it for some reason. It seemed a bit random, choosing the beetle, but the bell kind of has a key, has some significance to the card. But this one just seems, especially with I'm doing my deck and walk, the Five of Coins seems to be a card that's that this one didn't really resonate as like other Five of Coins that I've seen. Yeah. Anyways, here we have the Six of Coins. A focus on the scales and the ferret weasel. It's yeah. This one. I think I need to read the guidebook and see where she's coming from with this one. I do like the Seven of Coins, the shovel and the digging. Like, yeah, I love a shovel. I love a shovel. Queen of Shovels, where you at? We have the Eight of Coins again. Let me see something. This better not. This better not be. Okay, it's not. I was like, they better not be the same tools. They are not. They're different. Though I would have liked to see maybe a different tool here. I don't know. Maybe I'm just being picky. There's no pleasing me. But I do like it. I do like that it's a chair, a simple chair versus that very ornate table that we see in the Three of Coins. I like that because I view the three as a much more bigger project rather than the eight being much more menial, repetitive work. Then we have the Nine of Coins, where again, just the snail and the falcon. I think this one I fear she kind of phoned this one in, much like what was the other one that I said? But she just removed the human figure outside of this beautiful garden and she just, we see her with her falcon and the little snail in there, and I'm like, I feel like we could have done something a little different than what we see here with this Nine of Coins, because I do like how in the Nine of Cups we see a chandelier. Like, all of the items so far that we've been seeing aren't necessarily in the Rider-Waite-Smith exactly copied directly. Like, sure, we have the hounds here and for the Ten of Coins, but we do see the ornate big castle. The berries, I think, are also indicative of like the Ten of Coins idea. Like, I don't know. It's sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. I also wish that she changed the disc icon for all the courts. It's sort of like the crowns. I want to see different crowns. I don't want to see the same type of pentacle or disc all the time. I think I see that in the Rider-Waite-Smith all the time, and I want something different. I do love this bunny. I do love the rabbits in her decks. And I love this cow. I love the King of Coins here. Love it. It's a really, really good, it's a well-made deck. And it honestly, how it reads, I do not know. I haven't done a reading with it. I wanted to do a walkthrough first. The shuffles on this deck. It's linen finish, and it's papery, almost. Not in a bad way. Not paper in a bad way. It's a soft, rough, but matte, but not rose petal. Like, what can I best compare it to? maybe Wild Unknown if it had linen finish as well. You know, if it had a linen texture on top of it. I don't know. I'm pretty sure Lisa Pappas would have a better idea as to what type of what's going on with the cardstock here. But it's comfortable. It fits in the hand well. It shuffles well. You can overhand and riffle shuffle. I'm looking at my edges and I think they're edged, but I don't know. I'm like, they're not white. I think a clean white edge would actually do very well with this. I don't think it should be like gold or gilded or shiny, that type of finish on the edges, because she does a good job with the edges in the Folkloric Forest. We're gonna get to it. Don't worry. That's in the next video. But yeah, so far, all in all, I'm gonna give this deck like a 9 out of 10. Maybe there's a few things that I'm like, but honestly, it's I now, is it making me want to pull it out and do some readings? I will say no, which I think that should be a good gauge to how we value decks in the sense that how much we like as much as I love the imagery in this deck, if I'm not getting the urge to reach for it and pull it out and shuffle it and read with it, like the Fyodor Pavlov, like Tarot of the Sevenfold Mystery, or and I say Sevenfold Mystery because comparing it to the Alchemical Tarot, I was really excited for the Alchemical Tarot, but getting the Sevenfold Mystery, I wanted to read with that one over the Alchemical Tarot. For some reason, it just seemed much more welcoming and like you just want to reach for it compared to the Alchemical Tarot. For me personally, I'm sure people have had different experiences. And this one, I may reach for it. I have to try a reading with it and see how it reads, and then we'll see. Then we'll see what's up. And yeah, I don't know what I'll do with these misprinted cards. I mean, honestly, I could. Whatever is on the dog or in the mountain that I cannot see, I'm sorry, I just don't see it. But yeah, this has been a quick first impressions, commentary, walkthrough, flip through of the Peculiar Pathways Tarot by Lennox Reese. I believe that's how you pronounce that name. I'm sorry if I butchered your name. And this is, I'm excited to see what she's going to do next. I would like to see another Peculiar Pathways type artwork deal going on with her work, I think. Personally, that's for me. But anyways, that's all for today, for this video at least. I'll see you in the next video where I'm going to talk about her other deck, the Folkloric Forest Tarot, and get into what's going on with this one. So yeah, thank you everyone for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you know when I upload again or when I go live. Remember me going live? It's been a minute. It's been a minute. I don't know when I'll go back to live, but I'm working on other stuff. I'm working on my beginner tarot series right now. I'm working on a deck and walk, which I don't know what I'll do with that. We'll see. It's turning into something else. We'll see. And yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing you guys in the next video. Bye bye.